Okay, that was a long time. What, my inquirer, are you doing up this late hour? Captain Amalthea. Hehe, good evening. I realize that you've been invited here, but don't think you're a bit late for you kids to be out walking around. Please pardon us. We've never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to take a look around. Uh, that's certainly understandable. So, where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my edification. Main quarters, administrative room. Okay, room. Could say the cellar. We were in maid quarters, but what was that? And just what you think you were doing down there? We were looking for treasure, but we weren't doing anything in particular. Come, let's waste no time on games. I've received numerous reports of you going in and out of maid quarters several times. Do not think it a bit off to be looking around in that particular place. What? Don't you think questioning something like that when you already have facts is a little cruel? I take it as a compliment. So what business did you have in the maid quarters? I should just see you honestly. We... Oh, it's still Joshua. You've been here the whole time? Zin. Oh, he looks drunk too. Oh, now that's the stuff. You're drunk. Oops, sorry. Hey, it ain't the favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice. Some luck that we meet up again, eh? I suppose. So, what's going on? Are my students causing any trouble? Students? No, it's just they were in the maid quarters for a while. I'm getting wanted to know their business simply as a security precaution. Yeah, I totally get you. I sent them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey, Joshua, you kids find something to eat? No, the cook's aren't back yet, I guess. We're going to ask the maid if there was any way we can get our hands on something, but no luck. Oh well. There's all to do without, I guess. Damn it, in. Hey, he stepped out of a good time. Hey, I just had a great idea. You want to come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy. I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding. I would advise you to return to your rooms and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand? Of course. It is late. We should probably just get to bed. Of course, sworn he was hitting on Captain Amalthea. He was. Haha, very good then. Now, if you'll excuse us. Aw, denied. Oh well. Might as well just go back to the room. Right. We'll go with you. This is gonna be like almost 2.5 hours here. Looks like we managed to convince her at least. What? Zane, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I've had a single drop. No way! Your face had even gone all red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Huh. I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot. so I figured I'd distract anyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes. Hmm. You are an evil, evil man, Zin. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me. Sorry about that. So, what's the story? Huh? What story? I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen. Whoa, wait, what? How'd you... Did Elnan tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Not prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know? I guess it's finally time to show you this. Zen produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to still in Joshua. What's this? I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there. Read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay. Dear Zen Vathid, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, and I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. More concerning the Jaegers is leading me into the Imperial territory. However, the effects of unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberal. I feel uneasy about being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberal and help out, if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberal before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There's a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make a fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberal before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Cassie's Bird. P.S. If you have a chance to meet my son and daughter, they are currently presidents of the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it. Aye. So, Dad actually asked you to come to Liberal. Which means he's an Erebronia now. You can't win them all, that's for sure. That's the long and short of it. The long and the short of it? Well, it means that you were in cahoots with him all along? That's a kind of nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owe Master Cassius a favor from the time I spent in Calvert. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again. I suppose we realized we were his kids. I had a feeling from the outset. Once I saw Steele's techniques with the staff, I asked Killiker about it, and that confirmed it. It would have been nice if you had said something about it at all. We've been worried sick wondering where Dad's been. I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything. But I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, alright. And you could pull off a job as big as sneaking an audience with the Queen? I suppose so. He knows this much. It wouldn't have to tell him everything, right? I agree. It's probably best to fill Zen in on everything. It is a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. Judge Grancel told of how they managed to speak to the Queen directly with the Queen, as well as the Queen's request to safely rescue Princess Claudia. I see. That's something seems a little off. when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then. I'll help you out with that little quest. What? You will? Yep. Think of it as the ideal opportunity to settle my debt with Master Cassius. Please, let me help. We'd be glad to. Thank you once again. And it still goes on. What is this place? I would have never imagined that something like this even existed. Well, it does. It's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind to show us the way to the lowest level? Yes, sir. Don't worry, though, you have to fight your way through. Whoa! Is this some kind of mechanical monster? Oh, well. Look at these arcadiums. Holy shit! You took that thing out with one stroke! You were the quickest to react. You're indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick-draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you've studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. Haha. I still have ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time waits for no man. The skill I possess will now have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own two hands. Brave men. The way to the ultimate weapon, ultimate power is open. Bright new dawn approaches for the beloved liberal. Expect only the best of each of you. By your orders, sir. We of the Special Ops will work as one with the Colonel. For the glory of liberal. For the glory of liberal. How is this getting over? Okay, now we're back at the Bracer Guild. I understand the situation. You both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the professor's message to her queen in person. We just got lucky, that's all. The real question is, how much longer are we going to have... how much longer is luck going to be on our side? Yes, we're really going to have to stay focused. You understand that already there's nothing more you can do. More than I need to tell you. In that case, we consider Professor Foster's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. See payment for to Queen Alicia. 20,000 mirror, 10 VP. First class! And we got a gladiator belt. Nice. And now then, Zin. It was pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We needed the help of an A-rank bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand by idly in a situation like this. I'm with you till the end. I know we can count on you, Zin. By the way, what's this A-rank business? It's a rank that signifies full-fledged versus full power. There are 7 ranks, ranging from G on the bottom, up to A at the top. So, he's the highest rank you can get? Wow. I never knew you were such a badass, Zin. Huh, well, I may be A-ranked, but I'm still an unknowing, so to speak. There are 20 A-rankers across the continent. And above that, there's an informal S rank. That's only one granted to the bracers who have successfully resolved issues on a national scale. And there are only 4 of those on the entire continent. Well, I'm not sure I even want to think about what they can do. You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cassius. What? Okay, Joshua. You're not going to tell me you knew about this already, right? Right? Sorry, but yes, I did. You told me as a case for the Republic about 5 years ago. I swear, it's hardly worth even getting upset about anymore. Royal Army Soldier, Hidden Hero, Divine Blade, S-Rank Blind Bracer. It was really so damned awesome. I'm sure he'd be nice to come back and take care of this case. You may be right. If he was, perhaps he would never have escalated to the point where the coup d'etat was even possible. Joshua, what's wrong? Just think about how strange this is. This whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. As if it's whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least, that's just the impression I have. Oh. So, what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his departure from the Empire? Am I correct? No. I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. You have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off. Well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close. I don't think that Colonel Richard would have ever managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely, it's just that 2 major events happened to overlap with each other. Regardless of circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius to help. Therefore, I'm resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grand Branch of the Bracer Guild is called for. Huh? All other things are equal. We have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The 3rd article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act. But we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all the Bracers in Grancel, including Zin, of course. Oh, okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have the cooperation of the other branches. But the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today. Ostensibly, to foil any potential terrorist activity. What? So basically, it's amounts to martial law. So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt. This may be to stifle any activity as part of the Royal Guardsmen is hiding, as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources at hand. Oh, fun. Well, we're up to it. So, do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held? That has been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe most likely the place is the Arab Royal Villa. That's the building in the forest, right? It would make sense. The soldiers there are using it under pretense of counter-terrorism. Few would question it. And I can't imagine they'd want to lock a lady from the royal family in a cell in Leicester Fortress. Considering it's the army we're going to be going against here, I'd like a more solid confirmation, however. If we assembled the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask for you to assemble them here for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken. Still, you and your friends are acquainted with a reporter, correct? Oh, you mean Niall? Yeah. We should see if he picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated. So, in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia. She helped us with the invitation before. So we should let her know what's going on. So, off to the cathedral then. There are 4 other racers in the city. Kurt, Grant, Connor, and Annalise. Check the bars and the usual hangouts. They may be in a hotel. If you see them, please instruct them back here. Sure thing. Alright, then off we go. Alright, but that'll have to wait until the next session. This has been a long one. So I'm going to stop the stream here. Not going to be streamed tomorrow. But stay tuned for Thursday when we continue more Shining Force. In the meantime, I guess Retro Jenny, I guess I'm going to start a raid on her. Because she is probably cleaning up that bit there now with Final Fantasy 3. I'd like to see her. So thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow on Thursday for some more Shining Force. Peace out, everybody.